Alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena. ¡Hey, Macarena!
We look like three different people of three different days.
Why are you wearing a robe?
Listen, it's cold in here. We dead look like three different people at all three different times of the day. I'm saying it's cold in here. Got the Gustavo robe on, you feel me? Man, what's up, man? Introduce the show. Don't watch me watch TV. I feel sexy right now. Got the wine in the robe. You know what I mean?
Something wrong with you. Anyways, welcome to another episode of the Three Amibros with the Amibros. Troy G. Lou. Let's get right into things.
Call me Prince.
Let's talk about these 1 o'clock games.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts, Troy? Commanders at Eagles.
Commanders at Eagles. That was Thursday night, right?
No, that was Sunday.
Nah, Sunday afternoon.
Really?
Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 1 o'clock game.
Today, Thursday. Last Thursday, I think, was the Giants.
It was the Jets.
Oh, Jets, yeah, last Thursday.
That's true.
Jets and Chiefs. No, Jets and Chiefs was Sunday night.
So it was the Giants, I
It
think.
was last Thursday.
Nah,
I gotta
Giants
refresh
last
my
Thursday.
Oh, the Lions were
I
last
gotta
Thursday.
refresh my memory.
Yeah, Lions
bro.
and Packers. Oh, we
Lions
won.
and
We went to OT.
I know y'all won.
Yeah, we 4-0. Everybody know we won. 4 times.
I know it was a close game.
With the OT.
I'm just not remembering how that went down.
It's cool. Lou gonna start it off, and then you gonna just piggyback on that.
Oh, nah. Because I kind of want to break some things down, so I'll let you go.
What was it? Just takeaways? I thought, shit. I thought we finally started forcing the ball to AJ Brown. But I mean, he did his thing. I knew it was gonna be a close game because we always split with them, believe it or not. When Deshaun Jackson was over there, we never beat them. So it was annoying. It was frustrating. It was frustrating, but it wasn't annoying. So boom. Offensively, Jalen Hurts, he had a better game. I think this is the best passing game offensively, statistically at least. He still did a lot of things that annoyed the hell out of me. He still runs out of pocket too early. He holds on to the ball. He ignores. It's like too many shot plays. He did a lot, so I'm not going to kill him too much because he did have a good game. But he still missed a lot of throws, but he made the crucial ones, so that's why I ain't going to kill him. Go defensively real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speed through it. Defensively was a shit show. Slay has been getting killed all year on the low. He's been getting hidden. But defensively, I don't really want to kill the defense too much because our injuries is insane at this point, with the DBs at least. But it was still a lot going on. And we didn't – I'm just, win is a win. That's how I really looked at that game. A win is a win. Shout out to Jake Elliott. ACG Jake. Big boo.
Troy.
You still trying to blink.
My
Still
phone,
muted,
I
Lou.
lost sound. If y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can. Go ahead, Lou. Just say your joint.
I mean, to piggyback over you, I think that the offense was a lot better this week. I think there's still a lot of things to clean up. There's still a lot of issues that need to be corrected, but I think that that's going to come. I think Brian Johnson did a better job calling. He's getting better week by week calling the game. I think Sean Desai has a little bit of the leftover Jonathan Gannon-esque kind of.
All right, let me just butt in real quick for you leave the Brian Johnson thing. Something I forgot to mention. The first half offense was bad, but he went crazy in the second half.
But they settled in. I felt like the first half this was the first time that we've had to play from behind. And I think that that's what I liked about this game was the fact that we got to see them, kind of struggle, kind of be forced to get themselves back into the game. I mean, Washington came out, they threw a haymaker, they put points on the board first, and that's what you're supposed to do against a really good team. And this was, I felt like, their real test. And we always say it, anytime you go into a divisional game, it's 0-0. It doesn't matter about the record. These games are always going to be tougher. It doesn't matter if Washington was the worst team in the league. It's going to be a tough game because of the divisional rivalry.
That's true.
But
I feel like they was ahead because we struggled offensively. Because Hurts missed some throws.
No,
the first half,
they got the opening kickoff and they took it all the way down. It really just comes down. No, it was 7-0. And we didn't score, I think, until it was 14. It was 14-0, and then it was 14-7, and we had to fight back.
But that's our offense being trash. But go ahead.
But yeah, I just feel like with the defense, I think Sean Desai has it's leftover Jonathan Gannon-esque kind of bend don't break, soft zones, don't let anything get over the top, putting people in position to come down to the ball rather than attack it aggressively straight on. And I think that's where a lot of the chunk plays and a lot of the big plays are coming from. Slay is getting beat because they're playing so far off. It's hard for you to angle a player when you're 5-10 yards off and you can't really get a good read on what they're going to do either after the catch or before the catch. So I think that our defense right now is should be predicated on a lot of man and blitzes. I don't like the zone blitz a lot. I think that if they get better defensively with Sean Desai, I think he called it better in the second half, but it's just too many chunk plays, too many giving up the yardage and bend don't break. I don't like that. You know.
Wait, before that you go on, Troy, you can hear us now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Good.
I hear you.
But yeah, I like the game. I felt like they're going in the right direction. It's just if they could clean everything up, that's the only way that they're going to be able to beat like San Francisco, Kansas City, etc., Buffalo. I mean, we got a tough schedule coming up, and September is preseason. So I'm gonna lock in October. Troy,
I agree with what y'all said. I mean, especially being a tougher game because it's a divisional game. Because the Commanders, I don't know what they're doing right now. You calling that your toughest test is Bears are having their way with them. But
right, that goes to my point of my offense in the first half. Justin Fields put 27 on them in the first half.
Light work to arguably the worst team in the league.
I mean, what just to interject real quick, I didn't like a lot of the penalties. There was a lot of penalties that I really didn't like. The phantom call on Morrow, the offsides on Landon Dickinson when one, it wasn't his hand, and two, Payne had his hand underneath the ball, and you had Chase Young lined up offsides. So there was a lot of ticky tack.
There was a lot of
call on Slay. It was a lot of ticky tack calls that shouldn't have been called, or just bad calls.
But I'm not going to leave it on that.
Yeah, you can't.
We got an opportunity.
Yeah.
And Hurts missed the throw, or Hurts missed this throw. It was, I forgot who it was.
I mean,
exactly.
But Hurts, for his credit, Hurts did his thing in the fourth quarter and in the overtime.
He was
if
clutch.
It wasn't for Hurts, we wouldn't
clutch.
have been in position for us to kick that field goal.
If it was for Hurts too, we could have put him away early, and we didn't have to get in that position too.
Yeah, I didn't like the touchdown at the end of the game.
Like I said,
the AJ Brown touchdown.
I'm not really going to kill Hurts because he was clutch and he came through when he had to. But like I said, there's some things, which is the trend he's been having this year. I'm glad he didn't turn the ball over like he did all these other games outside of today. But we should have put them, even though I didn't think it was going to be that easy. But I feel like it should have been a little easier.
It should have been put away. But honestly, there was a lot of things that just it was a lot of things that I felt like there's a lot of calls that should have been called because that put the Commanders in good position as well. The catch to Terry McLaurin on the side where they had ruled him out of bounds. He was downed inbounds and they totally missed that call, and you can't challenge any calls underneath 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. So it's just it was a lot of different things, but you can't blame the refs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
Yeah, I don't blame.
regardless of the
It was
rest,
Even
bad
though
calls,
it's,
but-
even though you
you
can't
still gotta go
challenge,
out there.
even though you can't challenge after 2 minutes, the booth can still anything.
What they should have did
disputable
was called
gets
what they should have did was called the
reviewed anyway.
timeout at that point in time, and then allowed everybody to see like the replays and stuff like that. Because that would have
That's what I'm
forced the
saying. The
NFL
booth is
to
automatically
review it.
watching that, so the booth
Yeah,
can
but in
stop the
real
game.
time and them running
They
back
gotta
to
do
the
like an
line and them
expedite
trying
thing.
to, because we had timeouts, they didn't. At that point in time, they didn't have, so they was trying to hurry up and get to the line. We was trying to allow them to do that, but if they would have called the timeout, they would have been forced to look at the review, and then it would have been a runoff. The game that would have been game right there.
Mhm. And I don't want to spend too much time on this subject, but I just want to put out there, everything you said about Slay, I disagree. He's been getting cooked all season. I just don't want to get too deep into
that
it.
slant,
He's been
that
getting cooked
slant
all
that he
season.
got called for the pass interference, that was a
Now, I'm
ticky
not
tack
even
ball.
talking about that slant. It was a whole bunch of zones he broke. Looking back at the wall, he's been getting cooked all season. Man to man, all that he's been getting cooked all season.
I think what it is he's trying to break that record with the interceptions and stuff. So I think that's what he's trying. He's pressing too much, looking for the interception instead of playing his man.
Yeah,
but I mean, but yeah, I don't want to harp too much on spilled milk, you know, because at the end of the day, the main goal is to stack wins.
Yeah, we
the
fought
main
up.
goal
That's why I started like that. But it's certain shit. I'm still gonna point out the certain shit because the standard is the standard. We won. We 4-0. I love that. But I need them to clean it up still. I can want
No,
more.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely need them to clean up a lot of other stuff.
Talking about cleaning up. Did Russell Wilson do enough to clean up his act? And is Justin Fields showing you a little bit more going into that game?
You want to kick this off, Troy?
I don't think it was always. I don't think Russ had anything to clean up. I think Russ been bowling all year.
Oh, you talking about this year? All right, cool.
This year,
yeah. I just mean in general.
Nah, yeah, I think he's been bowling all year. I still think he gets traded? Yeah, because it's not working in Denver with Sean Payton. But yeah, I don't know what's going on in Denver. And Fields, he did. He cleaned up. He showed me what I already knew he was capable of. And he's doing it again tonight. I think the wheels are finally starting to.
Oof. He's trying to chuck somebody too, right? You said Fields, he did a reaction.
Yeah.
Try to chuck somebody.
I think it's finally starting to turn around a little bit in Chicago this year for them. They're gonna get their first victory tonight. They should have had it last week. So I think they on the up and up. The Broncos, that's dysfunction. Russ is gonna be out by the trade deadline.
They're on the down and down. It wasn't though, so to jump in, I agree with you 100%. Russ showed he's not going crazy, but he's game managing enough, plus a little bit sprinkle of more, that he's showing he's separating himself that it's not him. He's not the problem. The Broncos too, oh my God. Oh, they just Fields just threw the ball and it got tipped up and he caught it and ran and got the first down. Got 6 yards.
Can we concentrate on this though?
Yeah, but Russ is separating himself from the problem. I think it's more of a Sean Payton problem. The defense was a top 10 to 7 defense for the last 3 years, and all of a sudden they're dirt. Russ is doing enough to show he's not the problem. He can be a problem with the system or whatever, maybe, I don't know. But I have more fantasy on my fantasy team, and he's putting up numbers for the most part, or putting up decent numbers. So it's definitely not Russ. I'm not blaming Russ no more. I'm blaming the head coach. I'm blaming the defense, which blames the head coach. And Fields, I feel like Fields finally, after he pouted or whatever, I feel like he know he probably gonna be gone. They're gonna get Caleb Williams, so he's just playing free right now, and he's just letting it fly. And right now it's working out. He's doing his thing, and that's my boy.
I agree. I think we talked about it last week with Russ. Russ has been balling. This is not a Russ problem. The problem is on defense. I don't know how you could go from having one of the best secondaries in the league to giving up 70 points in a game, period. I mean, in the NFL game, giving up 70, and then coming into this and arguably going up against one of the, bottom teams in the league and giving up another 30. So it's tough. It's tough to point the finger at the quarterback's always going to get the blame, which sucks. And when really it should be the head coach, and the head coach should be getting more of the blame. And I feel like I think after last week, Russ is starting to get a little bit more credit, but that the Miami game, a lot of people was blaming Russ instead of putting all the blame on Sean Payton. It's poor it's poor preparation and it's just poor coaching at this point. So I mean, shout out to Justin. Justin is getting his stuff together. The Bears are starting to look decent. And we also got to remember that Justin has a new head coach. He has new coordinators. Like Justin is still trying to adjust to life with new management around him. So new playbooks he has to go through and stuff like that. I mean, majority of this stuff it's already there, but I mean, you still got to learn a new offense from a new coach and coordinator. So, as you can see from last week and going into this week, I mean, I think he's getting a better grasp of the offense and he's getting more confident, and that's what you want out of him. So, I'm not mad at that. Moving on to Bengals at Titans. Can we keep blaming the injury for Joe Burrow, or is Joe Burrow just not himself right now? I mean, what can we pinpoint this on, Troy?
I think it's a little bit of both. Joey's too elite to blame it on a calf injury. If you out there, you should be able to put up some type of competent offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not his arm, it's not his shoulder, it's not his wrist, his ribs. It's a calf. It's, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's not supposed to limit his play, but still, you're supposed to be able to make plays. You're Joey Burrow. You just went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. You're elite. You're supposed to be a top 6 quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to make plays. You got elite wide receivers around you. You have elite weapons around you. You're supposed to make plays. So, I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. I think the injury is hindering him a little bit, but he's still supposed to put up more than 3 points against the Titans. I say that.
Yeah.
And did the Titans show you enough to show you that they're either trending in the right direction, or they just beat up on a team that's
they beat up on a dysfunctional team. They beat up on a team that can't get right.
Yeah, like I said last episode, I don't think the Titans are that good of a team. But I think Mike Vrabel is a very good coach. And I shook my head because this game lost me money. And when we did the 2-minute drill, I said Bengals, but I don't know, because last time in the playoffs, they got to Burrow 6-7 times or whatever it was, but they went to the Super Bowl. So I know they got their number. They have the game plan and all that. I think Burrow is the second best quarterback in the league. But I do feel like he's not himself because of the injury. And I think the injury maybe killed his confidence a little bit. And he's just not himself. But I feel like it's because
I was going to say that.
Yeah, anytime I've ever seen him healthy, he has not looked like this. He's been Joe Burrow.
I was going to say, I don't think it's physically limiting him. I think it's mentally limiting him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that he knows that a calf injury, he saw what happened to A-Rod. I think he thinks that any moment, and he already had a serious lower, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, injury.
So I think that plays a factor. So
yeah, I agree. I think a lot of it's mental. I think because a lot of the game is mental. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a quarterback. 90% of what you do as a quarterback is mental. Going through your progressions, going through your checks, going through seeing what the defense is in or what the defense is giving you and where you're gonna go with the ball. Going and micromanaging what progressions you're going through. Instead of force feeding one receiver, and I know he wants to get the ball to Chase and Chase wants the ball, but you still got Higgins, you still got Boyd, you still got all these weapons around you. You got what was the running back?
Joe Mixon.
Yeah. So I think that as a coach, it's hard to game plan for your quarterback, not fully knowing his limitations. And when I say fully knowing his limitations, I don't mean just the injury. Because again, a lot of it is mental. When you look at a lot of the throws that he made in that game, it looked like he wasn't confident in making that throw. Or it may not even just be a confidence thing. Sometimes when you're apprehensive about getting hit and you don't want to get injured, you already know that you're injured, you don't want to get more injured, your throws are not going to have that same zip. It's not going to have the same velocity. It's not going to have the same, touch. So I think that's what Joe is going through right now, because as both of you have said, Joe has never looked like this in college and in the pros. He's never looked like this. So
anytime he's been on my TV, he's never looked like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough to see him going through that. And to answer my other question, no, I don't think the Titans have really. The Titans are not, as Leslie said, they're not a good team. So I just think that right now they're capitalizing on the name of the game is the stack W's, and sometimes that's capitalizing on a stronger opponent's weakness, and that's basically what the Titans did. Moving on to the Texans at Steelers. Did you guys think that CJ Stroud would be this good this soon?
Another game that lost me, bro. Literally the only 2 games on my ticket.
I was the only one that went for the Texans.
Nah, Troy did too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just me. I was the only one who went for the Steelers. And yeah, I knew CJ Stroud would be this good. I told you he was the most QB ready. He was the most pro NFL ready QB in the draft because of his play style. Quick decision. I told you it was the opposite of what he was about to drop for his
Bryce
mental
Young,
for the test. He just he progressed quickly, get the ball out quick, and he's accurate. And I knew that can easily translate to the NFL. Bryce Young can give you more wild plays and more script like Pat Mahomes type, scramble around, extend the play. You know what I'm saying? Like more wild plays and crazy
Drew
plays.
Brees.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, he's like Drew Brees to me. Stroud. Drew Brees, he's straight business. Just drop back, boom, 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 He's like a beat in his head.
His release
boom,
is pause.
Yeah. He do got the Steph Curry.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't bring me into it.
There's no way to put it. Like there's no.
Okay, bro. Tell me what you say.
There's no other way to. His QB release is crazy, bro. Like you look at the film, the way he it's like the ball is out of his arms, hands
before the motion is done. Yeah,
the motion, this shit is crazy. Yeah. But like you said, I wasn't high on him. I wasn't high on him coming out in the draft. I really thought he would be a bust, like most other Ohio State quarterbacks outside of Justin Fields, because I Fields is probably the only Ohio State quarterback I was high on. But even though he still had his knocks too, being a one-read quarterback and playing in that system, playing for Ryan Day and Ohio State, they all have that same. They get knocked for that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought CJ was going to take him some time. He didn't look good in preseason. He looked bad in preseason. Yeah. I thought it was going to take him some time to get adjusted to the NFL, but he's gone off 151 pass attempts, I think it is, without an interception.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And that
that's crazy for a vet.
2 months ago,
but he's a rookie.
Exactly.
So
if you told me that 2 months ago, I'd have probably told you like that. I can believe that because that's his play style, bro. He just make the right play, and it's completely opposite of what he got dinged for in the draft process in his first preseason game because he was wilding. I look at him like I don't even recognize this man, and he turns around quick. And shout out to my son Mustafa, the head coach, D'Amico Ryans, former Eagle.
D'Amico is him. D'Amico changed that whole culture around in Houston. They got studs. Tank Dell is a problem. Nico Collins is a problem. I got both. I got Stroud and Nico on my fantasy team. So
he got a defense. He got a regular defense bowling.
Yeah, the future's bright. The future's very bright for the Texans.
Shout out to Mustafa, man. Bring him on. Miss him.
I think I was the opposite of you, Troy. I was high on CJ Stroud coming into the draft, and I wasn't as high on Bryce Young. I felt like Bryce Young was just too small. He was just too short coming. I didn't think that he was going, and I still don't think that his height is going to, I think his height is going to hinder him in Carolina ultimately. I mean, it could be a situation like Russ where height really doesn't matter. It may work to his favor. But I felt CJ Stroud was just the better, more ready quarterback. And I think that these first 4 games have, ultimately shown that. He's quick going through his progressions. He's confident where he's going to go with the ball. His ball placement is almost impeccable. And as you said, I mean, he's his release is on time. Like it's there. When you watch him play, I mean, it's almost art the way that he can really pick apart a defense. And I would love to see where it goes further, going on, because obviously they're not ready to compete. But I mean, you give them another 2 or 3 years and continuously build around him. Houston might be a problem in a couple of years.
Houston, they have a problem. I disagree about the height too on quarterback. Not that Houston they have a problem.
Bryce Young. I at the very least I want them at least 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a lot of offensive linemen that are like 6'5", 6'6", 6'4". It's hard to see over these offensive linemen sometimes. There's gonna be times where Bryce Young is not gonna be able to see where he needs to exactly put the ball.
I don't agree with that at all, because them same linemen is coming out of the school he's coming from. Them linemen don't grow within the draft. They the same height in college when they get drafted in the NFL, which he almost won the Heisman in. The same lineman coming out of Alabama, he plays on one of the best teams in college and all that. Now, if you're saying his weight, I can agree with his weight, but I still don't even think
but
that's
I mean, the weight's going to
him.
come. The longer you're in the NFL, your weight's going to get.
And they get protected more. But height, I don't. It's Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. There's so many different quarterbacks who had some type of success being short quarterbacks.
Tua.
Jalen Hurts is like 6'1".
Yeah,
or if that.
He plays bigger than his height.
Nobody ever bring up his height. Jalen Hurts is like, they have him listed at 6'1". He's probably smaller than that. I don't really believe in that. I think he's just struggling because he's a rookie.
I will say the Panthers. My fault. Just to go back to that. The Panthers, when they traded up in the draft, I thought they was going to get Stroud. I thought he was the number 1 pick.
I think that they would have been better off with CJ, but I think Bryce would have been fine wherever he went. Same as CJ. But I think that both of them landed in perfect kind of conditions. Bryce is gonna be able to learn under Frank, and Frank is gonna get him right. And
Frank wanted CJ though.
Frank did want CJ, but the organization wanted Young. But I think CJ gonna bowl out there in Houston.
CJ Stroud's my guy, but Bryce Young, I say year 3, he's gonna be like within MVP voting.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be top 5.
Within year 3. Bryce Young will be considered. They would at least consider debated within top 5.
That high on him?
Bryce Young is nasty. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's struggling, but I'm not. He's nasty. I'm telling you that right now. He is nasty.
Moving on to Pats and Cowboys. 2 questions. We're gonna start with Troy.
My sound is off again, y'all.
2 questions. First question is the Cowboys showing enough to show that they are elite? Not outside of defense. Are they showing enough that they're elite? Second question is it all on Mac Jones, or is it the entire football team?
I'll let you take this away. I know it's been on your heart.
Honestly, to answer the first question, the Cowboys are like I've been saying all season. They don't have to show much to show me they're elite. I got them as one of the top 3 teams in the league. They're elite, regardless. Did I think they would dominate the way they dominated Sunday? No, I thought it would be a much more competitive game. I think it was uncharacteristic, bro. I think Mac was just, I don't know what it was, but it just, I really don't know what that was. I really don't. I thought the game plan was horrible. I thought the play calling was competent, but Mac was just, he was just throwing the ball wherever. He was just throwing the football wherever he wanted. It didn't seem like he was focused. It seemed like they really wanted to get that win for Zeke and being back in Dallas, and they just shit the bed, bro. They really just shit the bed. That was horrible. But like I said, Mac is a quarterback that can't elevate an offense, and he proved it again. That's an elite Cowboys defense. That was a prove-it game for him to show that he could take over and lead, make a statement, and he shit the bed. Mac is a quarterback that we can't win with. I mean, we win with him, but not because of him. And it's time to go. And everybody talking about Bill on the hot seat, and I was like, oh, nah, Bill, I put Bill in the same category as Popovich. Like, nobody was calling for Popovich to get fired when the Spurs just had the number 1 pick in the draft, but everybody's okay with that because it's Popovich. To get the number 1 pick, you got to be terrible, right? But Bill has 2 bad years, and it's time for him to leave. I think Bill is a quarterback a coach that got to go out on his own terms.
Mm-hmm.
But he got to give the GM spot up to somebody else.
I agree. There's a Bill O'Brien.
I think we need a GM that's really going to get talent. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put it all on Matt because we haven't really gave him all the pieces he needs to succeed. But
he could have been better than that. I ain't going to lie. I'm high on Mac Jones, bro. I'm high on Mac and Cheese, Mac 10. But that was a Zach Wilson performance. And the thing is, not even fully Mac, watching the game, which was hard to watch. The first thing I said, I think I tweeted, I said, yo, watching this game, it felt like I'm watching the Patriots in 04. Not 04? 04 was the undefeated year? No. 04 was the Panthers, I think. It was, yeah. But it's like, I felt like I'm watching that old Patriots offense. Like, it felt mad old school to me. And that's when I was like, I don't know if it's Bill or Bill. See what I did there? Bill Belichick, Bill O'Brien. But I don't know which Bill to blame. But it just felt mad old school, and like they almost wasn't adjusting with the new NFL. And I'm like, bro, like Dak played the same way we've been playing all year. Game managing. They had like a big couple of chunk runs. They got my boy Turpin involved. He had like some big runs. Pollard had some good runs. Not great, but he had some good runs. But I feel like it should have been. I don't even know how it got out of hand. It really the picks put it out of hand. But that game should have been way closer. Should have been way closer. Shout out to Deron Bland though for stepping up with Diggs down. But that game, I don't even understand. It should have been closer.
No, it should have been.
It's Bill though. To answer that question, it's Bill. It's Billy Big B's. It's not the play calling. It's Billy Big B's. He's like you said. He hasn't adjusted to the new age of NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. It's not working. It's not working.
Yeah, his seat should sizzle a little bit, even if it's not hot. I think it should.
It gotta be.
Should definitely be sizzling a little bit. Talk to me, Lou. Word.
It's hard for me to give the Cowboys too much credit because outside of the defense, I'm still not sold on the Cowboys.
What do you mean sold?
Let me break this down on you.
Be specific on sold.
The defense has scored out of all the points that they've scored, they lead the league in scoring right now. Out of, I think they're at like 130. Out of 100 of those points has been a product of the defense. Either the defense put them in good field position so they could get a field goal because they are the worst team in the red zone this year, or the defense has scored off of pick sixes. Dak has accounted for 14% of their offense, 14% of offensive scoring, which means that on the other side of the needle, that's 86% that's coming from the defense. See, and I'm bringing up all these numbers because I know EG right there loves numbers. So
I'm stat man, but not all the time. But go ahead.
Let me break another number down to you. Dak Prescott, so far this season, when they've been behind, has thrown interceptions. They've not been tested yet. You can say that the Cardinals have tested them. Cardinals just jumped out to a big lead. And what does Dak do? What he always does. Doesn't come through. Threw a crucial pick. Has some crucial missed throws. That's Dak. Now they're going to go into this week. They're going to play San Francisco. My thing is, anytime Dak goes up against an elite defense, a lot like Mac Jones, doesn't perform well. Now I'm going to give you another statistic. This one is for Troy. Mac Jones has never won a game against any top 10 defensive teams. Not one.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
I know.
When you put it,
and he's I think he's like 0-24 now, being down by at least 10 points or 17 points.
Yeah, 0-24
down lead a
down
team
by
back,
10 points, bro. And he is 0-15 against top 10 defenses. 0-15. You can't be a top 15 quarterback and not be able to, one, lead your team back, or two, be able to beat a top 10 defense. Period. Now, is Mac Jones the problem? As Troy has alluded to, no. Mac Jones is not the full problem. Mac Jones had a horrible game Sunday, but honestly, I think it was just a product of everything around him. You give Mac good weapons, we've seen what Mac can do with good weapons. He did it in Alabama. So you're going to tell me that a quarterback who excelled with the weapons that he had Smitty, he had Waddle, he had weapons in Alabama. He has no weapons. Bourne is the only weapon that they have right now. Double Bourne, take that away. What do they have? Hunter Henry hasn't had a full game. Bits and flashes. I think you give Mac Jones some weapons. I think Mac Jones opens up Pandora's box. He pulls the hell out. But it's on Bill Belichick. So I think, Troy, you need to get on your phone with your coach. Tell him swing for the fences. What they should do right now.
It's been calling for weapons, calling for Bill to do that since before Tom left.
What they should do right now, they should tank for the rest of the season and go after Marvin Harrison.
Let me jump in here real quick before we start away.
I want you to do it.
He ran over a corner, but boom. Yeah. Lewis got me tight again, bro, because you got me ready to defend the Cowboys again, and this gets me more mad than me because I hate them. I hate the Cowboys. I hate them. I hate the Cowboys. But let's get into it. So now, boom.
Look. Before you even get into it, I only presented facts. I presented facts.
Cool,
I gave you the stats. I gave you the stats.
There's no substance.
Like you cannot. Numbers is numbers.
If you have a defense that's that fire, you cannot expect your quarterback to light it up and be the reason y'all win. If your defense,
I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting that. What I'm expecting is, with the fire defense, you also have to do your job on the offensive side of the ball. So that means that when your defense has an off game like they did against the Cardinals, your job is to bring your team back into it.
Dak Prescott, what was Dak Prescott's problem last year? What everybody kill him for? The picks. Right. Interceptions. Mm-hmm. Dak only threw one pick this year. That one pick came against 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. That one pick came against what team? During what time?
It was like, what was that, like early fourth
They
quarter?
was behind. Fourth quarter. They needed that touchdown.
His QB rating is fire, 96.1. He's throwing 71% and only one pick, and his defense is fire. You can expect him to go out there and light it up if his defense holding it down.
I'm not asking him to light it up. I'm asking him.
But that's what you just said. You just said the whole thing. You said he's not the reason, his defense, but then you can say the same thing for Hurts. Hurts is not the reason we was winning. It's been our running game.
He's the reason why we won. He's the reason why we won on Sunday. We was down, and what about the 2 games
before that? You talking about one game compared to
if you're going to put these scenarios in, then you have to put the actual scenario in, right? So when we're talking about being behind, when you have to get that touchdown, when you have to make the critical throws, when you have to be accurate, when you can't afford an interception, we couldn't afford an interception. We couldn't. Yeah, Jalen could have easily threw an interception. He didn't. He put the ball where it needed to go. He got the ball there. We won the game.
You talking about last game? Or you talking about 3 games?
I'm talking about last game. I'm talking about period.
I'm talking about the other 2 games. No, the other 2 games he gave.
The other 2 games he was never behind. We was never behind.
Yeah, but that's not Jalen.
We could afford those interceptions
because of our pass rush, and they held it down. Jalen, if you compare Jalen to Dak,
right? So the defense,
Dak has been playing better than Jalen.
That's what I'm trying to say. If your defense is holding it down, your defense is winning you games. Just like the Cowboys are doing right now. Their defense is winning them games. Mm-hmm. But what happens when your defense has an off game and you're required to step up in a big moment and you have to – the interception killed them. They should be 4-0 right now.
He made a mistake, yes. And that same interception and fumble and all that could have killed us many times with Jalen. But we just happened. Luck is on our side.
Defense bailed this out.
Is not.
Same way that the defense has been winning the Cowboys games, their offense has not been winning them games. When it came time for the offense to win them a game,
it's a team
they
game.
didn't win.
You cannot say Jalen is playing good. Dak has been playing better than Jalen. You can't be saying Jalen has because you've been arguing me down.
First of all, I never brought Jalen into this conversation. You brought Jalen into this conversation.
You've been arguing
what
me
I'm
down
trying to
every
say
episode.
is when it came
Jalen
time,
been playing good.
This is what I'm saying.
Jalen been playing good.
Yeah. I hate that Lewis attacking Dak like Dak is a first year quarterback. Like we don't know what Dak is capable of. You feel me?
I'm attacking Dak because Dak has been in the league for 8 years and they should be 4-0 right now. I don't like defending the Cowboys either. The Cowboys have a fire defense. They also have weapons on offense. When it comes down to it, they should be 4-0. They dropped the ball. Dak threw an interception, a critical interception.
That's
so
fine.
You
want
to bring
Jalen? Do that.
No, but if you kill him, like if you killed Dak last game, that's cool. You killing Dak right now for a game that they won. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
All I did was brought up stats. I brought up stats, and I'm giving out the numbers.
It was negative stats towards Dak. You can't say the same thing.
All right.
Jalen, we haven't been winning because of Jalen until last game. We've been winning because of Swift, the O line, and the D line.
Right.
And you can't.
Right. But when it came down and Jalen had to make the throw, what did Jalen do?
You talk about this.
Jalen threw us into a win.
What about the last 2 games?
Into a win. Doesn't matter.
The last 2 games, Jalen threw it to the other team.
If you're talking about throwing you into a win, Dak has not done it.
That's what I'm saying.
There's only 4 games. We only 4 games into the season.
Bad throw.
Okay. All right. So the true test is going to come this weekend. Yeah. Because they haven't really played anybody.
We talking about but he can only play who's in front of him.
No, I'm not that.
He's been doing his job. He's throwing 71%. He literally his problem was throwing picks. He threw 1 pick, which is which is Jalen has what 3 or 4? I don't even know. I think he has 4 or 3 or 4 with a fumble or 2. Like Jalen has been playing way worse than Dak.
3 picks and 1 fumble.
If we can't sit here and act like we don't know what Dak is capable of when that man was throwing for 400 yards on a regular basis.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't argue me down and say Jalen
just because he's not carrying, putting up 50, 40 points a game.
Yeah, he's doing his job.
If the defense is holding it down, that's all he needs to do.
Yeah, that's the other. Yeah, football is three teams: defense, offense, and special teams. They've been doing that's the other part of football. He holding it down. Dak is doing his part.
But when it came time for him to throw it into that's my only argument.
But
when
you
it comes down to
about
throwing them for a victory, he has come up short. This is his track record.
I act like this is not his track record. This is not his track record. Don't even give me all that because it's not.
Give me one game. They was down and Dak literally put them on their back and had to come back and did not throw any picks. Give me one game.
Dak has only been he only threw picks last year. This whole Dak throw interceptions and all that is just a narrative.
Even without a pick, give me one game where Dak,
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't watch every single. I can't remember the Cowboys like I remember the Eagles. But Dak has been. This whole interception Dak thing has only been last year.
I'm not.
Dak in his career has 12 fourth quarter comebacks.
And yeah, exactly.
19 game winning drives, bro.
They say any team names. I could probably remember the game if you bring the team up. What was the last one if it says it?
What was the last one? It was probably last year.
If you say it, then I'll probably remember, but I can't off the top of my head.
It was last year. It was last year against the Eagles. It was last year against the Eagles.
When he played Gardner.
We was up. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot all about that.
We played Gardner.
Yeah.
Then we had a pick 6. When he played Gardner Minshew, it was 40.
Yeah.
It was like 42 to something.
Yeah.
40 to 34, yeah.
40 yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dak has been playing better than Jalen Hurts. You can't kill
Dak. He threw for 347 and 3 touchdowns.
He went crazy. Yeah. Well, he threw 1 pick. It was a pick 6.
All right.
Sweaty caught it.
Let's move on. I don't even want to get stuck on that. It's disgusting to hear you defend him.
It's disgusting you making me defend him. It's even worse. It's your fault.
Chiefs at Jets. 2 questions. We're gonna start off with EG.
Yes, Zach Wilson is him. Yeah.
First question is: did Zach Wilson show you enough to move forward with him, or are we still on the fence with Zach Wilson? And is the Chiefs on a slow decline down, or they're just not playing up to Chiefs' expectation?
Boom. So Zach Wilson on the fence. I'm not on the fence. Zach Wilson is dirt. But I will say he's dirt, but like just what I just said with Justin Fields, he's playing free right now. You know what I'm saying? He know he can't get any worse. He's just playing free. He know Pati's done for him. They have to stay with him because they invested. This is the make or break year to get rid of him or not, because they already invested that. And they show that they're not moving on and going nowhere else. Like they already invested in that. Maybe later on down the line, if you lose a couple of more games or play worse, they'll probably trade for somebody. But Zach Wilson, he know his time in New York is running out, so he's playing free. He letting it fly, and he had A-Rod in his ear, who's telling him like, "Yo, all right, boom." Like when they put the play in, he's telling him like, "Bro, you gonna run this play? Look for him, the same way as Hard Knocks. Look for him. If not, let it fly over there. If you don't see him open on the second read, run. The same way he was coaching him at Hard Knocks, that helps like an extra coach, someone he looks up to. Your other question was the Chiefs. The Chiefs, bro, the Chiefs roster is not that good offensively. If you look at their roster, it's not that good. They have the best tight end. That's literally what saves them. Is they have the best quarterback in football, the best tight end in football, and arguably the best coach of all time. That's what's saving them. Them three right there. But if you go to all the other receivers, it's like fake potential. Maybe Sky Moore, maybe Kadarius Toney, Valdez Scanley. He can maybe, you know what I'm saying. But they roster is not that good. The O-line is fire. Pacho is cool. He's good for a 7th round pick, but he's not great. Whatever his name is. Pancho, whatever his name is. He shout out to Rutgers and all that. But they think it's not that good. But watching the Chiefs struggle a little bit, it gives me a little bit more hope. It relaxes me a little bit, but I'd be bad about the Eagles because like if they're struggling and we know they're a great team, we can struggle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I can relax a little bit with us struggling. But they're gonna get it together. It's like you said, it's week 3. And they're going to add more pieces. Andy Reid definitely going to make a trade for somebody, though. They need another piece on offense.
Troy?
All right, so to answer the first part, did Zach show enough?
You always still on the fence with him?
Did Zach show enough to move forward?
No, I'm not on the fence. He's garbage. Like you said, there's nothing. A broken clock is right 2 times a day.
That's true.
You feel me? So, of course, Zach going to have his moment. And he had his moment against the Chiefs. But he still didn't win the game. You know what I'm saying?
He just didn't play garbage.
He was competent. He started off garbage. It's not that first quarter was garbage. He had to come back. It was 17-0.
My fault, bro, but our expectations mad low with Zach Wilson. Yo, he played good and we hype. Nah, that's crazy. He's dirty.
Nah.
Go ahead. My bad, bro.
Like you said, they invested too much in him to not rock with him the rest of the season. But Zach, like I said, he's not. It's rough because Zach is like, he has the tools, bro. He has the tools that you look for in a quarterback. Like he's mobile. He can make all the throws. I said this last week. Like his arm is, he has the arm strength. Like, and he proved it against the Chiefs. He has the tools. He just, I don't know. He needs a better situation to put it together. But in New York, he's garbage. I think they just ruined him. There's certain organizations that once you go to them, like it's an automatic fail. Like when Justin went to Chicago, I automatically knew he wasn't going to succeed there. Once Zach ended up in New York, I knew the New York media and the market and playing on that stage was going to ruin him. That organization was going to ruin him. So he fell in a bad situation. But going to the Chiefs, I don't think the Chiefs have really, outside of opening night when the receivers were dropping everything in a game that they should have won that game too. They blew out the Bears the week before.
Yeah, they 41.
And then I think they really just took it for granted against the Jets. I really think they didn't turn it on all the way against the Jets. I don't think they struggled. I think they really just didn't wake up. They were playing the Jets. I really think they just looked a week ahead. So, like you said, Andy Reid is a great coach.
I say he's arguably the best of all time.
I'm not gonna give him that because I got to see what he could do. I can't give a coach that and not see what he could do without the talent that he has. You know what I'm saying? Give him the roster you switch him with Bill, and he probably has the number 1 pick in the draft, bro.
Nah, think about Andy Reid with the Eagles though. For a while, we didn't have that much roster, and we still win 4 straight NFC Championship games, Super Bowl.
Yeah, Donovan.
That's what I'm saying. But we had Todd Pinkston. I'm saying we had like our receivers.
Todd Pinkston,
that's why we had to go get T.O. That's what I'm saying. We had Brian Westbrook, but Brian Westbrook was drafted, I think, 5th or something in the 5th round. Like he make it work, Andy Reid. You know what I mean? And he was a special teams coach, I think, in Green Bay. That's where he came from.
Yeah.
I'm saying, give it a little bit more time. Let me get a couple of more rings. It's gonna change everybody's mind. I'm saying.
I think Zach Wilson showed his potential. I think that the Jets should still be on the fence. I think that the Jets will be wise to pick up somebody like Carson Wentz, who's waiting for a team. I think Carson Wentz could do a lot more with the weapons that they have on offense. but I think, like Troy says, Zach Wilson needs a new change of scenery. He just does. I think that he'll thrive in a better market where it's not fully focused on him, where he can kind of go out and just let loose and just have fun. I think that the first 3 weeks he wasn't having fun. I think having Aaron Rodgers on the sideline with him and having that second coach in his ear helped him a lot. And he didn't struggle. That's one thing that you wanted to see from him from the first 3 games, is the fact that he's confident in where he's going with the ball. And honestly, I just really think that that's a testament to Aaron being on the sideline. Now going to the Chiefs, they just have a lot of young receivers. I don't think that their offense is dirt. I think that they have more confidence in those young receivers than I think that they should. I mean, Rashee Rice, Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney's still young too. I mean, they have outside of Scantling, there's no there's no veteran. Everybody is young. All you have is Scantling and Kelsey and Gray and Noah Gray. So I think that when it really comes down to it, it's they have to learn and they have to go through that curve. And what better quarterback to go through that curve with than Pat Mahomes? I'm pretty sure it's very frustrating to see so many drops. I mean, the Kadarius Toney drops, the Rashee Rice drops, the Sky Moore drops, but they're going to get better. And as the season goes on, as their confidence grows more that they can make these plays for Pat, and Pat puts them in good positions, they're going to make those plays. I think that they're going to be fine. They're doing just fine. They just have young receivers. So I think that they're at their expectations. Like I said when we started this episode, it's September. The NFL football really doesn't start until October. Once you get to October, you got to go through the gauntlet. October and November, the hardest months in any schedule that you look at. You look at the Eagles. We're gonna have a tough October and a tough November, especially coming out of bye. It's tough. This is where things get tough. So
it's funny. One thing we didn't mention too, the Chiefs lost Eric Bieniemy. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we sleep on all
they got Matt Nagy back. They got Matt Nagy.
Who cares? Matt Nagy didn't do nothing with the Bears. He was cute.
But he was in. He was
offensive coordinator before Eric Bieniemy.
Eric Bieniemy was upgraded because of Frank Reich and
Doug Peterson, Matt Nagy,
and
then Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
But what he did in Chicago, it looked like it was Andy Reid more than Matt Nagy. But Eric Bieniemy is my point. I'm making is that he went to a whole other team. You see them putting up points now. So I feel like we just underrating that loss of the Chiefs. So whatever it was, whether it was Andy or Eric Bieniemy, I feel like Eric Bieniemy definitely had some type of cachet because where he took it somewhere else and they put up points. So I feel like we just underrating that loss of the Chiefs as EB.
I mean, any team that loses your offensive coordinator, there's going to be an adjustment. You look around the league, it's going to be an adjustment. Dak, he's still adjusting to life without Kellen Moore. Justin Fields, he's still adjusting to life without his offensive coordinator. It's always going to be an adjustment. That's why I feel like September is the fill out plays. You see what's working, you see what's not working. Once you get into October, that's when things really start heating up. And if you don't make it out of October with at least a 500 record, then I mean, party done. Season's over.
Justin Fields is right with his other offensive coordinators. Next subject. That's my guy though. Love him.
What you said?
He was right with his other offensive coordinators. He didn't
have a competent offensive coordinator. I don't think so.
Me neither, but that's just the fact.
His offensive coordinator just ran him last year.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff just happened too. Mad one-handed catches and a missed field goal.
But moving on to the Seahawks at Giants, the Sunday night game. First of all, can we all just have a consensus that they should have flexed this one out of Sunday night?
I don't think they.
No, this was Monday night.
It was too late. Monday night, yeah. It was
too
late.
But I think they should have flexed this one out. But we're gonna start with Troy. Troy, is the loss of Saquon this drastic to New York, or is it just an all around Giants problem?
Not first of all, they can't. They couldn't flex this out because I don't think you could flex until like after week 8. But the Giants, man, I told myself never again would I back them. They would have to prove me before I backed them, and my dumbass still took them plus 6.5, believing that they would be able to compete. You know what I'm saying? It's the Seahawks. You know, I mean, they should be able to compete, right?
Left.
I'm not blaming that on Saquon. Saquon, there's no way having Saquon on the field would prevent 11 sacks. You feel me? It's not that. That's just
and it's
terrible.
crazy because do they even have?
That's terrible coaching.
Can you name one of their pass rushers?
Who, Seahawks?
Yeah.
Nah, but they blitzed their linebackers a lot too. Like Bobby Wagner, Jordan Brooks, they all had sacks too. But they actually got the highest pass rushing rate, but I'm sure a lot of it came from the Giants game.
Yeah.
So that should boost anyone.
I think that was just pure coaching. Like that game was the definition of terrible coaching, and Dable is a very good coach. I put him up there in the top.
Quick question. Speaking about the coaching, was Dable wrong for going up to Daniel Jones at the interception and then throwing the tablet in front of him, in front of all the teammates and stuff like that? Was that like a
hell no? I've seen people mad about that. I don't like. Why do you want to baby your coach, your quarterback that you just paid $40 million, bro? You got paid to be the man. Now, cool. Like I said, I'm done blaming the Giants on Daniel Jones. It's not Daniel Jones' fault no more. But that pick six was. It was an easy stick route. He was mad late and inaccurate. It was a pick six when you really needed to score. I think it was another pick. I'm blaming on Daniel Jones. Outside of that, like the O-line was ass. Andrew Thomas didn't play. He had no time. But when you to get sacked that many times, what most people don't understand, to get sacked that many times, it comes down to two things. After a while, it's A, the quarterback is holding the ball too long because he's thinking about getting hit or looking at the line before he's looking at his progressions. And then B, the coach is stubborn and not drawing up plays to get the ball out fast and to roll out or to move. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways to keep it cool. My God, DJ Moore is killing them.
That was a catch.
Oh, that's to the crib too. Catch. Oh my God.
What concentration.
He threw a three.
You can
you
gotta have at least like 250 yards right now.
Yeah,
but
he do.
You can coach out of getting sacked, bro. You can roll them out. There's so many different things. So definitely on both of them, but Saquon wouldn't have did nothing. He's not on the O-line. He can chip block, but he would have probably prevented a sack. So he'd probably got sacked 10 times Saquon. It goes back to what I've been saying since the draft. They don't have enough offensively. Every time I say this, Giants fans think I'm hating because I'm an Eagles fan. Surprise! I don't look at y'all as rivals. Y'all niggas is little brothers to us. I don't care about the Giants, and I don't put y'all nowhere near Dallas or Washington. Y'all little brothers to me. I don't care about y'all as a rival. I'm just a football fan. Y'all don't have enough, bro. Like Walder is not enough. He's nice, not on the Giants as of right now, but he is good. But he's not enough. Y'all don't have enough offensively. Like I don't know. I don't have much else to say. Defense. The Seahawks defense is not even good, and they smoke their boots. Y'all don't have enough offensively. I need to just, I'm saying, Saquon needs to just rest, get right, be fully healthy so you don't get hurt trying to rush back because you're rushing back to nothing. Giants will have a top 10 pick next year.
I mean, they could tag him again after this year, right? Because I think it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I think
Saquon, yeah.
I think he just needs to change the scenery, bro, because they're ruining him.
Oh wow!
I think it's time for him to move on.
I think that when they
flip him for a high draft pick, invest in a quarterback. I mean, they stuck with Danny Dimes, but
I don't understand. I don't understand why. I get that Dable probably thought that, all right, well, Jones had a decent season. I can continue to progress him. Look what I did with Josh Allen. Look what I'm doing with DJ. I'm gonna get him right. But the thing is, it's like you can't like out coach a quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to put this. You can't you can't take the small things out of them that is going to keep the mistakes, the not being able to go through your progressions. There's just so much wrong with DJ, and I don't think that you can really coach that out of him. He gets hit, he starts thinking, he starts seeing ghosts. This is not something that's like just happening this year. They don't have an offensive line. If I think that I'm gonna get hit and y'all not gonna be able to block for me, Evan Neal, who we picked him up with a high draft pick, and I think that this is gonna be my guy who's gonna protect me, and he hasn't been protecting me, and he gives up 6 sacks in 4 quarters. Come on, man. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I think Danny needs to leave New York too. On the other side, he's Zach Wilson. He can run better.
A lot of it.
I mean, I ain't gonna go that far.
Like EG said, a lot of it is on the quarterback. When you get sacked 11 times, majority of that is on the quarterback, because the Giants aren't the only team playing with no offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud, he doesn't have offensive line. The Texans are playing with 3rd and 4th strings on the offensive line. The Pats open tonight. We didn't have offensive line against the Eagles. Mac Jones ain't get sacked.
You can also put that on coaching. The coach has to put you in a position to win, to succeed. And if the coach is not putting you in positions to succeed, drawing up plays to get the ball out quick, knowing where the pressure is gonna. If you know that the pressure is coming from your left side, then why are you not trying to move the pocket? Do small
many ways. Move the pocket, roll out.
Yeah, man. There's different things that you can do to protect the quarterback. And right now, Daboll is not protecting his quarterback at all. The game against Dallas, you kept them in all 4 quarters when it was already the game was over. The game was over. And I get that you kept them in because you wanted game 1, you wanted some continuity. But bro, they've scored 3 points at home so far this year. It's maddening. They
don't have anybody on offense.
If it wasn't for Daniel Jones stepped up against the Cardinals, but they should have lost that game too. I don't know, man. Shout out to Seahawks though. Shout out Witherspoon,
bro. They're dirt. Giants offense is dirt. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Giants offense is dirt.
All right, let's get this 2-minute drill out the way.
I only missed on 2 picks
man.
You want to put that out
all right,
there?
well, the Bears and Commanders game is already going on.
How many I missed?
I only missed on the Steelers and losing and the Bengals. Even though I really didn't want to pick the Bengals, but I only missed on the Steelers and Bengals.
I think I missed on. No. Yeah, didn't y'all have the Ravens?
I only missed on it.
No, I had the Ravens winning. I didn't pick the Browns. Troy picked the Browns. Yeah, Troy picked the Browns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta go back and watch that episode.
After
the episode, we're gonna put up our team, our top 10 power rankings or whatever. So Troy could post it. But yeah, Bears at Commanders. I know the game's going on, but who did y'all have winning
Bears?
This game?
Bears.
I actually had. It's funny because
I had the Commanders winning. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I bet the Commanders, but I said, I really had the Bears. That's why I'm mad as hell. I should have picked them and all that, but I only had the Commanders because I looked at the damn spread, which was 6.5.
Yeah,
which I don't even make sense. I don't even know why I took it.
It was a trap.
But yeah,
I told you all my cappers was on the Bears. I had no choice. It made sense.
Right. Going into the 1:00 games, let's start off with the London game because that's the early game. The 8:30 in the morning game. Jags at Bills in London.
Jags in London again?
Yep. Nah, they got Jags in London again. Oh, word? Yeah, they played the Falcons last week. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know they was in London, but I got the Bills.
I keep saying that Bills are frauds and they're not who everyone thinks they are, and they keep proving wrong. Even though I did have them against the Dolphins, I did. The
Jags look like frauds to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's two frauds. But I got Bills.
Bills are with a -5.5. I'm going with the Bills. I think that Bills are the better team right now. Jags are playing like dirt. And everybody keeps saying that the Jags are like London is like their home. They're like 5-5 in London. I don't know why they keep saying that that's their second home. They're
because
not
they're
even over
really trying
500.
to move them there.
It's because they've been there for so many times. They've been there more than any other team, I think, in the NFL.
Yeah, they have. Giants at Dolphins. Dolphins open up -12.5.
100. Oh, only 12 and a half. Thought it was -70. Dolphins. I don't even need to say anything else. Dolphins. Miami Heat could beat the Giants.
Moving on. Panthers at Lions. Lions open up -10.5.
Lions should be a spanking. Might be a little closer though.
Lions open up at what?
-10.5. Not 10. It's 10. My fault.
No, 10.
-10.
Yeah. At home?
At home. Lions.
Yeah. I got Lions.
All right. It's consensus. Ravens at Steelers. Ravens are -4.5.
They should be more. Ravens.
Is Pickett playing? It don't matter. I got the Ravens.
Yeah. Trubisky probably be better at this point.
Yeah.
But
I think so too. Regardless. I think they would be more confident with Mitch, but I got the Ravens.
Consensus. Saints at Patriots. Saints open up -1.
See, this one is what got me a little bit. Because a little bit of me still believe in the Patriots, even though the Saints defense ain't sweet. But I felt like Carr can easily be rattled by Bill. So I'm gonna go. You said what was the spread?
-1.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going with Patriots.
It's a tough game because Bill's not gonna go out like that, bro. Bill's not gonna go out like that, and we usually bounce back, especially after a loss like that. Bill just took the worst loss of his career last week. He never lost by 35 or more points. Cowboys gave him the worst loss in his coaching career.
Yep.
Wasn't it playoffs? We got spanked up when I played the Bills.
No, not even then. Not even then.
That.
They haven't lost more than I think 27 or something like that.
This game is a true bounce back game, I think. But the only thing that's holding me back is we just lost two very, very important pieces. Christian Gonzalez is done for the season.
Mm-hmm. For the season,
Judon is done for at least half the season. Yep. So that's why those are two major pieces to our defense. Even though I don't think the Saints are really that scary. Kamara's back, but I think we'll win that game.
Chris Olave, you got Rashid Taheed.
But Bill's just a defensive wizard. I think he can throw anybody out there and still.
That's why I think y'all gonna win. And Josh Uche gonna step up. Yeah, I believe in y'all.
I got the Patriots on this game. I'm not sold on the Saints right now, especially with Derek Carr's injury. It's a rotator cuff on his throwing arm, so I mean, that's hard to throw, and you could see that he struggled in the last game. And at this point, I don't know why they don't just go with Winston. I think Winston gives them their best chances.
Jim is coming. Jim is coming. I got the Saints because Jim is going to like
if Winston
Jim is coming, if y'all
letting that fly,
if Winston plays, I give the needle to the Saints. But right now, I think the Patriots. This is a bounce back game for them. Just like Troy said, I think Bill, he's gonna get his guys right. J.C. Jackson, he's coming home. He's gonna perform for Bill. He I don't think he ever really wanted to leave, but Bill is on. I'd rather get rid of you before you break down on me.
He wanted to get his bread.
Oh, that too.
It was time for him to get his bread. He was young enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he wanted to get his bread. He got his bread.
Yeah. Texans at Falcons. Falcons open up -1.5.
This is gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game.
Going my Atlanta boys, man. Going my Atlanta boys. I really do want to go Houston, but I'm going to Atlanta. Who you said? What was the spread?
-1.5 on the Falcons.
I'm going to Atlanta. So I get bros in Atlanta. Hey. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm stick with my Houston. I'm gonna stick with my boy CJ.
Yeah, CJ gonna light them up, bro. It's over. It's over. The Atlanta hype was fun while it lasted, all 2 weeks.
Sleeping.
But Desmond Ridder is who I thought he was. and it's only going downhill, bro. It's they're not using Bijan the way they need to use Bijan.
He still had enough.
And
that defense is real. They're going to show them.
Downhill. It's going on downhill. Texans are going to come up. D'Amico is him. Stroud is him. They got playmakers all over. The defense is lit.
That Falcons defense won't surprise you. Watch.
Okay. Titans at Colts. Titans open up -2.5.
Colts. This is another difficult. Yeah. I like what I've seen from Entry recently. He made a lot of little wild throws. I'm gonna go with Titans on this one though.
I got Colts. I think that they pull out the win in the dome. Bengals at Cards. Bengals open up -3.
If they -3, I'm going with the Nah, they lose to the Cardinals. I'm going to the Bengals. -3 is crazy, but I'm still going with the Bengals because it's almost like that shit is ridiculous.
It's 2 1-3 teams, but I think that the Bengals need it more than the Cards, so I think that the Bengals get the win.
It's who's the better 1-3 team right now, and it's funny because it's the Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad because I feel like you can go with the Cardinals because the Cardinals have shown that they can compete, that they're playing really good football. But it's like you want to see Joe Burrow win. I mean, you want to see him get back into being Joe Cool, you know? So I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna ride with the Bengals. I think that Joe is gonna show me something. He has to.
You got to.
They can't go down 1-4.
I'm open. I'm always fucking open.
Chiefs at Vikings. Chiefs at Vikings. Chiefs open up -3.5.
I want the Vikings on this one. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think Kurt gonna be doing his thing like a chicken wing. I'm going with the Vikings.
I'm going Chiefs. Sorry. I think that the Chiefs are gonna go up. Vikings are gonna storm back. Chiefs are gonna do just enough. They're gonna cover the spread. Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings.
Okay. Jets at Broncos. Broncos open up -2.5.
This is gonna be a stink fest, but I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Stinky ass.
I'm gonna go. Let's ride, Bronco Nation.
It's gonna be a nasty game though. They're gonna struggle offensively. Jets defense gonna hold it down, but eventually the Jets will get tired. The defense will get tired enough for Russ to do something, whether it's one drive or two. But Broncos.
I'm gonna go Jets because I agree Russ is gonna do enough, but the Broncos defense is ass, bro.
I don't understand why they're so trash, bro.
That defense is so ass that Zach is really gonna be able to find a way to get it to Garrett. Garrett is gonna go crazy. Garrett Wilson is gonna go crazy on that defense. If they can't tackle, bro. They take bad angles.
Satan is not himself, bro. Satan not even interested.
Cowboys at I'm sorry, that's the Sunday night game. Eagles at Rams. Eagles open up -3.5.
I'm going Rams. I ain't going no damn Rams.
I'm about to say, man, that's crazy.
I was gonna spice it up, but like, nah. If I feel like they're gonna lose, I'll definitely say it, but I don't feel like they're gonna lose.
Nah, I don't feel like, I don't feel like that's a game they're gonna lose either. I got the Eagles.
Cooper Kupp trying to play.
Yeah, he wants to play.
Which should be stupid as hell. But rush back from injury that kept you out.
I got him on my fantasy team. I activated him, so I need Coop back.
But
he's not. This is not the game.
You gotta get in shape, bro. That's what I'm saying.
This is not the game to come back in.
For an injury that kept you out like 6 months don't even make sense. But
the only thing that made me confident is he practiced fully today, and I saw a clip of him at practice today, and that boy that's a different breed. His footwork is ridiculous. It's a
whole other shape. He's just stupid, bro. You really played that whole organization stupid. Your best player or second best player, you rushing back to play don't even make sense.
All right. So who you got, Troy?
I got the Eagles just because everyone's banged up on the Rams. Stratford's hurt.
I'm thinking I'm on the Eagles too.
Aaron Williams is a little banged up. Coop, who knows if that hamstring is gonna hold up if he plays. Yeah, I got the Eagles.
All right, going to the Sunday night game. Cowboys at 49ers. 49ers open up -3.5.
I got the Niners.
I got the Niners.
I like the Cowboys. I'm
not mad at that. I want to have the Cowboys. Like, I really do, because I don't think Brock Purdy is not. We haven't really seen anything from him from when playing against elite defense. And the last elite defense he played against, he was taken out of the game. So, I mean, Micah gets to him 2 good times.
Well, he played against the Cowboys too last year.
Yeah, but I mean, they did enough to squeeze by. I mean, it wasn't like they blew him out.
Nah, but he played elite.
I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be all on defense, but I think that Kyle Shanahan is going to draw up enough plays, and McCaffrey is going to do just enough to get them this win. And Ayuk is really coming on strong right now. So 49ers. In the last game, the Monday night game, Packers at Raiders. Raiders open up -1.
Is Jimmy G playing?
Jimmy G is not playing.
Nah. It's a rookie.
Could have practiced
what's his name? Aiden
Aiden.
Yeah.
I don't even know. You said the Packers is favorite?
I got Packers. No. Raiders are the favorite. They're home.
Oh, so I got Raiders because that means Jimmy G probably playing, and they probably know something we don't. But I don't really have much confidence in the Packers.
He has a concussion. He hasn't been cleared yet, so he would have to get cleared by tomorrow in order to play on Sunday.
That's Devontae Adams' revenge game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Jair came back. Did he come back?
Jair's not back.
Yeah. So I mean, I got
Jair's not coming back to like week 6.
Yeah, I got the Raiders.
Yeah, I got the Raiders.
All right, I'm by myself with the Packers once again. It's all good. We will see you guys next week. Like,
the rankings. Oh,
are we gonna do them right now? I thought we just
gonna top 5. Just top 5.
Yeah, we promised it 2 weeks.
If they win, just top 5.
We promised it 2 weeks in a row.
All right. Well, we'll give our 10 real quick, and then we'll just post it.
Okay.
I'll go first. Starting from I'm starting from 1 and going to 10.
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm starting from 1 or count down from 10.
Nah, just go to 1. It's easier.
All right. Well, 1, I have the 49ers. 2, I have the Bills. 3, the Eagles. 4, Cowboys. 5, the Dolphins. 6, the Ravens. 7, the Lions. 8, now it gets tough. 8, freak, man. Bucks. Do I like the Bucks at 8? Yeah, I'll take the Bucks at 8. 9. Jeez, man. I'll put the Seahawks there. And 10. I want to put the Steelers there, but the Steelers have been throwing up stinkers. And the Bengals really should be. I'll put the Chargers there. 10 Chargers.
You want to go next, Trey? Want me to go?
I'll go. I'll get it out the way.
All right, do your thing.
My top, of course, I think consensus. I got the 49ers at 1. I got the Eagles at 2. I got the Cowboys 3. I got the Bills 4. I got the Dolphins 5. Damn, that's tough.
I'd say
it's about top 5 in order.
I got the Lions 6. Ravens 7. I guess I can't disrespect record, right? So I guess I got.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't disrespect the record. That's why I had the Bucks up there.
Did you say the Chiefs already?
I got the.
I
Yeah,
don't want to help you, but you did say them already?
I did say Chiefs, right?
Nah,
Okay.
you didn't see the Chiefs.
I don't know if you said the Chiefs.
I didn't say Chiefs.
You said
Nah.
Niners. You said Niners, Eagles,
Eagles.
Cowboys. You said
Niners,
Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Bills,
Cowboys,
Dolphins,
Bills, Dolphins. Then you said Lions.
Lions, Ravens.
All right, so put the Chiefs where the Ravens are
At 7.
at 7.
Okay.
Then the Ravens at 8.
Ravens. Okay.
I'm gonna put. I can't disrespect records, so I guess the Seahawks got to be 9.
Okay.
At 3-1, and my top 10 team, Texans. I got the Texans.
I
at
already
10.
knew that was coming. You jumped back on that bandwagon, huh? You go back to your own with the Texans, huh? I already knew the Texans was coming.
All right, go ahead, EG.
So me and Troy got the same top 5. So we got Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Bills, Dolphins. After the Dolphins, I have the Seahawks 6, right? Yeah, Seahawks 6. I have the Lions 7. I have Seahawks 6, Lions 7, Chiefs 8. No, I lied. Ravens 8, Chiefs 9, and I don't really want to put the Chiefs 9, bro. It's just Andy Reid. But Chiefs 9, and I have the. I'm gonna say, bro, 10 is hard. I'm gonna have to put I put the Bucks there. Bucks is my 10. Chiefs. I really want to put Chiefs 10 because I don't feel like they haven't impressed me. But yeah, that's my top 10.
So I'm the only one that brought in the Chargers.
Yeah.
I got Chargers at 10. But I mean, in my defense, Troy has Houston Texans at 10.
I don't think that's laughable.
I might Houston over the Chargers though. I don't know, bro.
Their division, they more likely to go to the playoffs in their division.
They showing
their division more winnable than the Chargers.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. All right, man. Like, subscribe, all the above, all that good stuff. We will see you guys next week. I promise it'll be on time next week. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah,
I'm
the player.
Nah, you're the game.
Definitely
the game.
Yeah, that cricket didn't come out all episode.
I heard him say, Pat. He said, nah.